So essentially, client poaching by Simmonds and Petermen for boli victim rights like Callahan and Taylor. Chris Peterman and Anne Marie Simmonds, as a prosecutor, hooked up with John Berg and Nick Brajek through the Oregon State Police for this racketeering operation and got a deal through Tiffany and O'Shea and Avante working for the prosecution out in Columbia County and down here in Roseburg, Oregon, that Chris Peterman and Anne Marie Simmonds will have the same rights that Judge Callahan had when I was 14, and Judge Taylor, who took Callahan's position, that terrorized all the kids out of the high school, the contracts Taylor didn't want because they're nasty and their families aren't good enough for Judge Taylor and Judge Callahan. But, you know, poor little me, I just got whatever I wanted, didn't I? Never went through a bit of terrorism. Because of those boli victim rights that Anne Marie Simmonds and Chris Peterman are pro bono working for in this racketeering operation, sets out a teenager to hide actually the victimization of an entire state, entire government, entire school systems through politics so they could client poach for themselves the own victims and their own bribery that surrounded the cops to human traffic, murder, or convince through ways not of entrapment but coercion people to commit crimes to become felons in human traffic to the Department of Justice, so that way Simmonds and Peterman could use Bonnie Boom to client poach those rights, say that they are in the racketeering operation with Avante. It helps Tiffany and O'Shea because of Audrey Ward. We have the hookup with Susan Bonamici, given Michael Simon of the Circuit Federal Courthouse of Portland, Judge Michael Simon, her husband, the right to cause county commission inner city bribery with Ron White and Jeff Merkley, trickling down from Columbia County to Roseburg, opening up your human trafficking corridor in Oregon. And therefore, Peterman and Anne Marie Simmonds, through Bonnie Boom with the Gray family, could not only get boli complaints after this for the state of Oregon against the federal government for themselves, they protect the real victims, Callahan and Taylor, who were victims of Ted Grove, Berkeley Smith, and Judge Reed, because they were victims of men judges and they were girls with women opinions, how Judge Grant was going to come into play, and the girls were all going to go against the guys, and it was going to be a big federal racketeering court suit till everybody got fucking caught, and Chris Peterman and Anne Marie Simmonds won't own up to pro bono bribery because they could lose their bar licenses and end up in federal fucking prison for the terrorism that they have caused in a criminal organization created by themselves when I was a teenager to human traffic underage children.